Incoming audio transmission. Something's happening, Tenno.
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of the Warframe Digest, episode 25. This is a very special one because this is the 1 year anniversary. Exactly 1 year ago, I released the first ever Warframe Digest. So, in a year, I did 25 recaps. That is insane. So, let's proceed on to Devstream 43 and the following news of the day. As you can see, I am producing this from in-game. First off, where are we? We're on the hubs, and things look oh so pretty everywhere. And I have a monitor in the back, because why not? Let's put some details on there. So, what's the first key detail? Kayla de Tham rework. Or, I'm butchering that name completely. Kayla is getting a massive rework, and it's pretty interesting. Along with Tal Rager, that was said several times in the past, Kayla is another Grineer boss that's getting a rework. And in honesty, she has been neglected, she has been forgotten, and to see her being remade is rather beautiful. Alongside that, they also said other Grineers are going to get a remake this next upcoming year in 2015. They said 2015 is going to be the year of the female villains. What's that supposed to say? Well, let's see. The Twin Queens are coming, so they're gonna get modeled, they're gonna get a presence in the game, that's gonna be interesting. Female Corpus are gonna get modeled in, so females are existing amongst the Corpus. It's not an all man and robot race. So, let's see how the Femme Fatale Corpus look like. And not just that, a full Lotus model. So, no longer just, from what they said, a torso and a head, because apparently that's all there is in the radio transmissions. She just has no arms. They're going full Lotus, and they said never go full Lotus. So, there's something going on there, so, well, shave. Alongside that, they talked about the elusive focus system. Yes, apparently DE has been hammered constantly as the year's end has come so near. About what happened to the focus system? What happened to the big three? The Badlands are out, they've been relabeled as the Dark Sectors, the Proxy Wars have been out, and they are relabeled as the Syndicates. So that's kinda out there. They're not fully fleshed out. Maybe the foundations for these things are out, but Focus doesn't have a foundation, so where is it? It's been pushed back, and what's the official word? A lot of the Focus system implementations that they were going to bring in have been brought in by the other features. The Syndicates brought in endgame rollover experience, and they also brought in augment mods, which were supposed to be power buffs brought into the Focus system. So, if some of the bigger features that Focus were going to bring out are already implemented, what are we doing? Focus is still going to come out, it will be done in 2015, and they are waiting to see what sort of feature they can resolve internally that will be worthwhile to make Focus stand out for itself. So, we really gotta see what's gonna happen. There are no official words. Focus seems extremely ambitious, and I hope it really is ambitious. Alongside that, what's another ambitious thing they talked about? Difficulty. How is that an ambitious thing? Don't we have Nightmare mode? Nightmare is challenge mode. It pretty much gives the environment and the levels a pre-existing condition to slow down or challenge the players. And this is actual difficulty setting that we're talking about. Easy, normal, medium, hard, whatever it is. Currently, the whole entire solar system has that progressively in level 1 to 5, 5 to 10, and so on and so forth. But how about giving us the options to actually go back to Earth and actually fight, I don't know, level 40s? So, they're talking about that internally. The ability to choose will return, or it will be considered, because apparently this was something in beta, or like closed beta, and right now we're in open beta, and terminologies and all that, whatever. So it will be making a full implementation, it will be making a return in some feature, some form in the future, no ideas. Another thing that's going to be making a feature and a return and all that, quests and events, will they be replayable? Yes, that's all we got. Thank you, DE. Yes, that's all they said. And what about the Warframe generic abilities? Currently, the only generic ability that was universally talked about was a grappling hook, which eventually became Ripline for Valkyrie and Valkyrie alone. So does that mean there are going to be different styles of grappling hooks or something like that? They're going to be generic to Warframes? Well, generic abilities have been scrapped. They were scrapped alongside with the mod cards. The minute they removed mod cards, they removed that idea entirely. And also the augments for Warframe powers seem to be a better alternative than the generic ability pool set. It's kind of disappointing, but I see their point. They've given us so much more free range on the powers that we have, that to make generic ones would remove the free range. So, not real much to be said there, except generic abilities and the concept has been scrapped. How about adding augment slots to the augment abilities? Because currently the augment ability cards are all taking up a slot of something else that most players want in their builds, so it becomes a takeaway for a very interesting little feature. Well, they're considering adding an augment slot as they have for the aura slots, and that's under consideration. The UI team is making a proposal for that. Whether it makes it to full development or actual development is yet to be determined, so not much to be said there. Another thing that has been talked about internally and has made development to some degree are passives. We've seen passives already in existing Warframes as the primes, but let's go a little bit more to a standard Warframe, Zephyr. Zephyr has the passive to just fall slower when she jumps and have more air control while she's in the air, obviously. And another Warframe that has passives is Mesa, or Mesa, Black Mesa. A reference right there for anyone that gets it. And her ability was apparently this giant spectrum of just gun buffs that accidentally all got in. So currently it's only one now. No idea what that one is. Check the wiki. Most likely it's on there at this point. And they're considering adding more passives to newer Warframes. But why are only new Warframes getting the passives, Dart? Well, apparently DE has also considered that. They might go and retroactively upgrade and pacify, or not pacify, give passives. Pacifying would just completely remove most Warframes, technicalities. Give passives to previous Warframes. So Ashe is going to get a passive, Excalibur, Ember, Frost, and honestly, if it's damage passives for their elements, extra fire damage or fire resistance, ice damage, ice resistance, shard, I'm just saying, that would be phenomenal. I'm just saying. Don't take my word for it. And another thing that they are also kind of, I don't know, it's kind of hit and miss about, just a very quick topic, is the relays, as you can see behind me. And as you can see, this massive chamber, where there's a bunch of players everywhere, and I can't remove the names for some apparent reason. They are adding pretty much a relay expansion. What does that mean? The relays aren't even fully out yet. Well, they're going to expand on it. Obviously, from what we see already, there's going to be more to see, like this barrier. This barrier is going to be gone eventually, and clan dojos will be a must, or a mist, around here. And also, they are considering adding a Tenno archive, a giant archive, a library of sorts, where you can see information scattered throughout all the Soul system, or the Origin system. Soul, Origin, whatever, technicalities, I don't do well with them. And what's the point of this archive? Well, they did give us an example of scanning missions. Maybe give us the ability to come to the relays and talk to someone that needs information gathering from the archive, to go out and scan X amount of these units, or X amount of these types, or X amount of these plants. Earth, I'm looking at you. Plants! I'm being very freaky right now. I had sugar. Maybe I had sugar. No? What is this? Water. Okay, water's not sugar. So, Parkour 2.0. What's going on? This was the biggest thing they talked about at the end. Well, personally I took it as a big thing, because it's something that's been constantly hammered left and right. Just as much as Stealth 1.0. Why Stealth 1.0? Because Stealth really isn't a thing. So let's get the first iteration out. So, we have official word from Jeff Caliber, that Parkour 2.0 will be the priority over Stealth. Stealth will not be implemented until Parkour 2.0, where the Parkour rework has been fully fleshed out and implemented. What's going to happen? First, they're going to have to go back and actually check all the environmental tiles and all the environmental design for consistency, to make sure there's a natural workflow and movement flow for those levels to adapt to the new parkour system. The new parkour system has no real details, but it is going to be less magnetic, so you won't automatically magnetize to that wall and only run in one direction. And it's going to feel a lot more organic, a lot cleaner. Something they've been dabbling with the idea, even on the couch, was the consideration of adding a system similar to directional melee. As in, where you see, you can jump and attack, meleeing in that direction. Most likely parkour will work in that same mentality. You can run and pretty much move alongside the direction your camera is facing to make it a lot more controllable, to make it cleaner, and to make it a lot more accessible to Warframes all over. This might actually make a skill curve going around and up these levels, which is very interesting. Personally, a skill curve is always greatly admired. And also they're talking about doing something that will not remove the wall flinging or the wall run fling. You know, the little jump on the wall real quick and then just jump right off and you just go flying. So that pretty much does it. This was a very quick Devstream. It was an hour of just nonsense left and right, a lot of Christmas cheer, a lot of holiday cheer from the team, a lot of happy wishes, and a lot of Happy New Year's to all. So hopefully everyone's having a good holiday, hopefully everyone's enjoying their time, and oh look, I found Darvo. Hi Darvo! Why won't you talk to me? Darvo! Nah. Who needs him? So, hopefully you guys have a good holiday spirits, Happy New Year, no drunk driving, keep both eyes on the road if you drive, and just be safe. So, see you guys till next time, most likely my next video. If not, catch you next year for the first Warframe Digest of the year. So, take it easy, Tenno.